Hi everybody and welcome back. Vacation time is over and I'm very eager to start jamming, especially since I got this little thing in the mail, the HX Stomp XL, which is a multi-effects box, which I own the smaller version of it, and I'm really excited to get started with this. Now, big shout out to Sweetwater and to Line 6 for sending this over. Today we're going to be using the MPC XSE with a couple of plugins like the piano and the Fabric XL. I'm going to be using the Moog Subsequent 37 for leads and the Squier P bass all through the HX Stomp XL into the MPC. Now, if you've been following my channel at all lately, you'll know that I've become absolutely obsessed with
the bass.
And the reason why I've become so fixated on it is because I'm really convinced that this is the key to understanding music theory, to understanding good music, and making good music. And that's why today I want to mainly focus on the bass line so we can get a nice, groovy, feelingful bass line. So this is what I have so far. Just a piano sample, and on top of that, a pad, and a very basic percussion behind it. So before we actually start making the bass line, I want to get my tone right, and that's where the HX Stomp XL comes in. Now, if you're not familiar with this pedal, this is basically a chain of effects pedals. Each one of these little colored blocks represents a pedal in itself. So the first one we're going to see is a compressor. Compressor pedals are fairly common when playing bass guitar because you want to level out those spikes and dips in volume, especially with a beginner player like me. The next pedal in line is an octaver pedal. Now, an octaver pedal can either add an octave up or down from the note you're playing, and that helps fatten up the sound. In this case, I'm using an octave down. A lot fatter immediately. Next, we have a thrifter fuzz, which I think is excessive, so we're not going to use that one. Since I'm not going to use that one, I'm just going to delete it. Now, the next two red blocks on my chain are an amplifier and a cabinet, and that simulates me playing on an amplifier. Now, the last block in my chain is going to be a chorus, which is going to make the sound nice and fat. Now, the only problem with having such a nice fat sound is that it's going to eat up a lot of frequencies, and I don't want it to clash with other instruments. So, first thing, we're going to add a low pass filter. Okay, we're going to edit this. There we go. So, back to the song. Just gonna try some stuff out. See, there's a very sneaky thing here. It's very hard not to play a lead melody. I find myself easily going into playing guitar or lead synth while I'm trying to play guitar, and I'm trying to get into that bass mentality. It's not supposed to be the main melody, it's supposed to carry the song. It's supposed to be a second fiddle player, something to support it, even though it can be very cool. But it's kind of learning how to rein yourself in, controlling your ego, basically. So let's give it another go. One thing that I've really noticed is very helpful on the bass is that, unlike a set of keys where you have to memorize each and every single scale and mode, on the neck you can just memorize sorry. You can memorize geometric shapes. So for example, a major scale will always be that same shape. So that's a C major scale. If I want to do an A major scale, same thing. That's why I'm kind of navigating over here, because I already know what scale, what shape I'm using. So that makes it a lot easier. So let's continue searching. Okay, I think I got it. Okay, so moving on, I think I need a much stronger drum part, and since I don't want to concentrate on that right now, I'm going to do something that I don't usually do, and I'm going to go browse into my samples. Now, we're on 90 BPM, so I'm going to just look for drums. Very happy with it. Also, while I was off screen, I introduced a little magic by using the Mother Ducker. The Mother Ducker is a compressor on the MPC, which is by far one of my favorite visual compressors because that little duck over here is going to bounce depending on how much compressor you give it. So for example, if I up threshold, look at him go. Just love it. Okay, so now we're going to work on the bridge, and to give it a bit more spice, I added this beautiful fabric piano, and it sounds like this. Okay, what I want the bass to convey here is a bit of suspense, you know, a bit of tension before we release in the big finale. So let's... Okay, I think I got it. Okay, I think that's enough P-Bass for now. Let's see how the Moog sounds through the HX Stomp XL. Okay, now that we got rid of the bass, I have the Moog ready with a nice little patch. It sounds like this. Nice Moogy goodness. So now we're going to have some fun with the pedal to give it some nice ambience. So right off the bat, what I have over here is an optical tremolo, which I've turned off, an Adriatic delay, transistor tape delay, deluxe compressor, a shimmer, and a tube compressor, which I'm going to delete immediately because I don't have any use for that. Clear block. Oh, by the way, these foot switches are touch switches. So, for example, if I press this one over this, I can select the block directly. So if I want to go to my deluxe compressor, I can just go over there, or if I want to go to Adriatic delay, I can just press it over there. And I'm going to add a little bit more of the mix. Now let's have some fun with this. I'm going to replace the optical tremolo with, let's see, harmonic tremolo. It's pretty wild. Let's see what else we got. Bleat chop tremolo. Nice. Let's see, the tempo is gonna go to 90 BPM, just like our song. There we go. Okay, that's interesting, but it's not what I'm really going for here. Okay, I think I'm gonna add a little bit more shimmer if I can. Yeah. Okay. Okay, that's nice. And I'm gonna... Okay, I think I got it. I love this. Okay, Everybody, thank you so much. I'm so glad to be back. As always, I'm so grateful for you guys. I'm so grateful to be able to do all this. I'm just excited for everything that we're going to get into in 2024. So, I hope you found this video useful, or at least entertaining. I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you next time. Here comes the drop.